So this time, our next speaker, we have Miss Phoenix Gonzalez. So Phoenix is the co-founder of Inventor of Skilled Company, a beauty bedding brand focused on travel and well-being products. With over 15 years of experience in business development and sales, her passion and profession lies at the intersection of beauty, media, and technology. With a proven track record for leadership and success, she has also had the opportunity to fund, launch, and grow a successful entertainment video streaming technology company, Dot Studio Pro, generated millions of dollars in sales for past employers, helped secure $2.5 million in investments for Dot Pro, and invested in the pillow sleeve to help aid in her aging gray hair woes. Welcome, Miss Phoenix.
Thank you, Yvette.
Welcome.
Thank you. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Mhm.
So I'll jump in. I really appreciate that. That was a great intro. So thank you all for joining. I hope you're having a great day. The last actual session was really amazing and inspiring, and it's a great way to kind of walk into this next session. I think it's really important for us all to learn tools. So Yvette touched on the fact that I am a two-time co-founder. I founded Dot Studio Pro 13 years ago. I've built it from, like a thought with my business partners to a business where we have 35 employees. We've raised $2.5 million, and we are a video streaming company that powers people like the Minnesota Vikings, the Weather Channel. And if you think of Netflix as a company, that is the type of streaming that we provide. So everything from being able to manage your library of videos in the back end, in the cloud, and then we launch the application so you as the customer can actually view the content and have those applications on television and mobile and web to be able to engage with the content. So that's what my company does, and my 35 employees and my two co-founders and myself have built over 13 years. My second business, Silked, was founded based on a necessity. So I truly believe that invention is something, that's born out of necessity. And I, although I use a brown gel, I have graying hair, I'm letting it gray. And at 42, my hair was long, it was breaking, it was brittle. And my husband challenged me to make something for myself that would help with my drying hair and my, drying skin. And that was 5 years ago. I'm going to be 47 this year. And I invented something called the pillow sleeve. So it's silk on the front, jersey on the back. It's open-ended on both sides. It slides over the existing pillow and cotton, the pillow and the pillowcase, and I take it and travel with it. So it's been really amazing. It's hypoallergenic, antibacterial. It's the only one in the world. I have a business partner in that business. We never took investment on that side. And we've grown it over 5 years organically. And, I really truly believe that, all of our life lessons set us up for success. And, for me, I came from a single mother. And I was a high school dropout, and I didn't finish college, and I ended up in a car accident where I had near-death experience. So it changed the trajectory of my life. I ended up becoming an actress for many years. And then I decided that I didn't want to sit on the couch and wait anymore for that knock at the door. I think it was a little too tenacious for that. So I started working in corporate America. And then in my 30s, my husband, now partner, then challenged me to start a business. And that was the birth of our first invention, Dot Studio Pro, the cloud-based streaming company. And 5 years ago, then Silked with my other business partner, Sandra. For me, as a person who has reinvented herself many times, I truly believe that peer mentorship and visual visioning and manifesting is really important for us to be able to be successful in our lives. And I truly believe that we do not have to be limited by our environment. We do not have to we don't have to take on, I grew up with a single mom. We lived in the projects. Those things never affected the outcome for me. I dreamed big. I saw those dreams through. I had a mother who inspired me and pushed me, and put herself in college when we were little so that she could, move out of that environment. So I truly believe we don't have to fall victim to, being a product of our environment. We can actually overcome that. And I truly believe in order to do that, there's a couple of things. So one, a great lesson that I learned from my mother from a very young age is that God gave you a mouth and you need to use it. So never take no as an answer. You always have to wonder why somebody said no. And if we think about the fact that when we were born and were first growing up, some of the first words we heard were, no, don't touch that. No, don't do this. So no became an innate part of who we are. So no, as a thought, is something that people think of first when people ask them for help. So it's a learned behavior. So we actually have to retrain the brain to really ask ourselves, is no really what I want to say? Am I overextending myself, or am I able to actually help? So I always look at, and as a salesperson, I always look at no is a doorway to yes. And if I'm kind, if I'm loving, and I'm just in my exchange with somebody, I know that eventually that's going to come around. And tenacious obviously takes some gumption to keep going and fight in a kind way for that yes. So I think that is the first thing. I think that is a really important tool that we can retrain the brain with, is that no is a doorway to yes instead of no is a closed door. That really helps a lot in life. To keep going, because you know that you're going to get the yes. The yes is going to come, as opposed to no, that's it, and I feel deflated. Never take it as a deflated moment. Take it as, I'm going to get a yes. Even if they say no, figure out how you're going to come to that yes. So that's the first thing. The second thing is peer mentorship. I believe that we need to seek out peer mentors. How do you do that if you don't know people? Well, LinkedIn is an amazing tool. If you do research on the types of people that you want to surround yourself around because they are doing the types of things that you want to do and they're successful at it, you need to research that person. Go and see if you can find bios on them, find information on how they started and how they've achieved what they achieved. Write a little, like a little script for yourself and reach out to that person. You can connect with them on LinkedIn. And if they accept your LinkedIn, you can send them a direct message and you can keep following up until they answer. And when you get that, yes, I will take 15 minutes of you, they'll give you 15 minutes of their time, which I've had happen. I've reached out to the former vice president of marketing for eBay. He then became the president of H&R Block. I've reached out to so many different people like that. And I said, hey, I'm just looking for 15 minutes of your time. I'm looking for peer mentorship. And I really am inspired by your story. And I'd really love to learn from you. And it's a great way to build relationships. It's a warm way to get an open into somebody that may be able to give you that extra oomph in the direction that you're going, or at least you're starting to surround yourself with the types of people. And I think that's really important. We need to be able to surround ourselves with the type of people that we want to be around, because that's what actually brings that vibration up and helps us to, get to that next level. So really important, do the research, ask them for 15 minutes of their time. Make sure you have 15 minutes outlined of what you want to ask them, but make sure you ask them based on their life experience, what you learned from researching them. They're going to appreciate that, and it's going to become a natural conversation. So there's two things so far. Never take no as no. It's a doorway to yes. And 2, peer mentorship is really important to finding your road to success. And the third thing, which is so valuable to me, is something that I want to share with you. And it's visioning. And it's not just visioning of thinking what I want. It's getting really specific with the universe and creating vision boards and placing things around ourselves that are going to help us on our journey. And I kid you not, it works. So let me share with you. Okay, let's start sharing and let's go into slideshow. Okay, so we are sharing. So getting your MBA the real world way. Let's move on to the next slide. So I have a vision board behind me. This vision board here was visually made using Feng Shui Bagua. Feng Shui Bagua, and for anybody who's interested at the end of this, please feel free to email me. I do these sessions online where I do vision board sessions with people, and I'd be happy to work on that with you to help you create the type of life you want to live and the things you want to see in your life. So Bagua is an idea or a framework for creating what it is you want to see in your life. And so there usually are 8 to 9 sectors on a Bagua board. So let me go and see. Okay, so let's go to the Bagua board first so you can see it. So let me just move my picture out of the way. So this is a Bagua board. So I take a vision board, which is my vision board here, and I cut it into 9 sectors. And I put the color on each section in the background of my vision board. And then I write the representation of what lives in those sections. Why do I do that? Because it's all about setting intention. The universe can answer you and give you what it is that you're asking for in return when you are really, really clear with what you're asking for. When you just throw out that I want $1 million haphazardly, the universe doesn't know how to deliver that to you because you haven't been specific about what it is that you are, how that's going to come to you, what it is you want. So creating a framework and a foundation for how you're going to manifest is really important. So I use Feng Shui Bagua. Like I said, I cut into sections in the background, the different colors. So I'll just put a marker of the different colors, or I'll write the color as a word. And then I will write the name, wealth, prosperity, fame, reputation. And those are the things that I write in the background. Now let's go back. Let's go back here. Let me go back. Oh, let's see if I can go back now. Okay. So manifesting. The first thing I do, or the second thing I do after creating the board and putting those colors and names on the board, is I spend time looking for pictures, whether I'm looking for pictures in magazines or I'm looking for pictures online that I'm going to print out. I really spend like a week of intention setting. So I think about the Bagua board again, and I really start to envision, what do I want in my wealth corner of my vision board? What do I want to happen in my fame and reputation section of my vision board? And these are things that I want to happen in my life. I'm visually starting to set intention, not only here, but as I'm spending my week, I'm telling the universe, as I'm looking for pictures that resonate with me, I'm telling the universe, this is what I want in my life. It's really important because, again, I'm getting very specific and clear with the universe. And it also helps me. So when I'm finished my board and I look at my board, it is like in stone in my body, in my vision of what it is that I'm working to get for myself. So whether it's newspaper articles, inspirational cards, magazines, books, tear sheets, anything that you can find that represents that thing, be it, a beating heart. This is my health section. I was a smoker for many years of my life. I wanted to quit smoking and I wanted a healthy beating heart. I did it. After many, many years of my life, I got really specific about the fact that I wanted my heart to be healthy and clean. And it happened. It literally, the universe and myself met and we said, okay, it's time. It actually happened through me getting sick, which I knew at the time that I was getting sick. And I was like a stomach flu that all of a sudden I couldn't smoke. And after that experience, I was like, that was my opportunity and my calling card to actually move on. So it's been almost a year that I haven't smoked. So, which is really awesome. The next thing was, now that I've got the pictures, I've put those intentions on the board. I then went back to my bagua. I looked at all of these things and I started, before I taped it onto the board or stuck it on with glue, I started to really look at, okay, do these things really represent wealth and prosperity? Do they represent fame and reputation? Do they represent relationships? And as I did that, again, it was like a layer of peppering inside of my mind, body, soul that was really giving me the opportunity to succeed. And remember, I'm not somebody who went to high school. I literally got my MBA the real world way. I learned from experience, and through my experiences, these tools that I've learned have really helped me, and I've seen the success because of these things. So I just wanted to share with you so that you as well have the opportunity to take all that you're learning and pepper it into your life. So the board, I cut out the sections. Now, something interesting to understand about Feng Shui Bagua is you can also do this not just on a vision board, but in your home. So I do it in my home. And they actually say that this front section here, see career, north, or front door. So this is a map of your actual home. So I took it and put it onto a board, but you can actually do it in your home. And I do it in my home as well, because I wanted the vibration of what I'm doing on my board to live in my home as well. These colors, these elements, these things that are on Feng Shui Bagua, and you can go and research it more. Really, I infuse them into my life, because as I infuse them into my life, I saw those areas of my home start to light up and in my life start to light up, which was fascinating. I did not know that this ancient Chinese or Asian practice was going to help me so much. But the more I started to play with it and use it, the more it started to show up in my life in such a positive way. This is my vision board that I created. Now, let me give you some insight. So this section over here, which is family, I said I wanted my dream home. Finally, last year in July of 2021, my family decided to move from California to Florida, and we bought our first house. So everything that I had worked for in my vision board, in my life, through my career, it all manifested because I got really quiet and clear with the universe that I wanted a home. We wanted to enjoy our backyard. We wanted to be able to set, take root, which was like all about farming and about, being able to produce fruit. We wanted it to be something that was like, a place where we could have no drama, and really just be a family home. And that's what we got, down to, the fact that we got a pool, we had a backyard where we could farm. All of those things were part of the intention in that section of my home. And as a result of it, we ended up getting that. And it's funny because when we were house shopping, we decided to settle, and the universe didn't let us settle. We didn't get the houses that we were going to settle for. We ended up getting exactly what we asked for. So that is, just one section. I have many sections here. Obviously, I have health, I have my husband and myself, I have travel, I have work, I have, knowledgeable people, wealth and prosperity. And in each of those sections, I really work to set those intentions. So when you are out in your life and you are thinking about how do I manifest what it is that I'm looking to manifest, this is a perfect way to do it. You have to get really quiet and very clear and ask very intentionally what it is that you're asking the universe for so that you can manifest your best life. That is, in a nutshell, something that I truly believe in on my journey as an entrepreneur. And I even took it one step further. So not only do I have the vision board, but I have an iPhone, and I will show you the home screen of my iPhone. So the next thing that I'm visioning for myself is that I would like for our tech company to get sold. So we've had 2 people come to try and buy it in the last year. And I decided, well, we want a merger and acquisition this year. So I put on the home screen of my phone merger and acquisition. I put the amount that I want and I saved that. So every time I pick up my phone on the lock screen, it has a reminder with me in the universe about what it is. And how I figured that out was I had wanted a blue BMW with tan leather interior, wood grain steering wheel, 325i, brand new. I'd never bought a brand new car. I put that picture on my phone, and within 6 months of doing that, every day of looking at it, that's what the universe delivered to me. So as you are out in your life, get really clear. Put those visions around you in your home, you know, at your desk, on your phone, and really just let it go, because you did the work. You set the intention, you focused, you communicated clearly with the universe, and there you have it. So God gave you a mouth, use it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Miss Phoenix. And I like how you put everything in perspective, because again, different cultures, same thing. In our culture, we pray, and when you pray, you ask for something specific, and then it is delivered. So, wow. But I gotta get that vision board concept, and I am going to definitely work on that vision board concept. So thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. I really appreciate that. It's very informative. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvette. If you want to have a session and you want to invite a couple of friends, I'm happy to book a session with you. So
most definitely.
A vision board.
All right, cool.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Our